Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Another Day in Costa Rica. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Chantel.
And this is just our second video that we've done now. We started one last month, and we asked if anyone had any questions whether about living in Costa Rica, whether or not we can answer them. So we've had a few questions, and we'll see if we can answer them. What do you guys do for work? Chantel, do you want to start?
Sure. Right now I'm in real estate, so that keeps me pretty busy. And right now we're having a bit of a boom actually. So full-time real estate agent. Yourself?
And as for me, I've been freelancing, doing content creation, writing blogs and newsletters or content for websites. And that's just a freelance position, and also some social media management, which is freelance as well. And I got that job through a friend. So so a lot of what our work looks like is this. That's what I would say. If we're doing this, the chances are we may be working, but that's remote work. And there's a lot of remote work since COVID. You can be on Indeed or any number of job search and just put in remote, and I mean, depending on what you do, it's opened up a whole world for remote work, so it's definitely possible. How long can you stay in Costa Rica? Well, visitor visa is only 90 days, so that's how most people come, although again, because of COVID, I came before the pandemic, and I would have had to have renewed my visa, leave the country, but because of COVID, they just keep extending it, and
that's only if you came in
at a certain time before the pandemic. So I've been stuck on that visa, which has been extended, and I've been here legally for a year, and that just is a fluke.
But some other different things now during COVID. So now if you come on a visitor visa, it depends how many days insurance you paid for. That's the number of days visa that they'll give you at this point. So it's a little bit different now with COVID.
Yeah, you have to have COVID health insurance.
Yes.
But Chantel, you're working on your residency, right?
Yep. Almost 3 years now working on my residency. And I mean, it's only taken that long because I changed directions after I had my baby, and he's now 1.5. So I had everything in shortly after I had my baby, but then because of COVID and one new police check, now that's taken a year and a half. I have my next appointment in June, so hopefully after that I'll have my residency, and then I won't have to leave.
And so the baby was born here in Costa Rica, so that way she's able to apply for residency as the baby's parent. Do they drive on the wrong side of the road? That's dumb. We'll go to the next one. No. Cost of living. Oh, that's a tough one.
I'd say it varies in a lot of different regions, even from the city to the coastal areas, even the different coastal communities. There's definitely local places, accommodation, and there's expat, like restaurants, places to live and places to shop. So that one really varies.
Yeah, living on the coast will cost you more. It's a touristy area.
Going to touristy restaurants will cost you more rather than going to a local soda where you can get a typical meal called a casado, which is rice and beans, your meat of choice, plantain. Am I missing anything?
Picadillo? You're lucky. So I mean, big time. I mean, it's across the board. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle and what you're looking for. I'm just gonna go out there and say I pay $400 US for rent, and it's like a one bedroom, but there's a pool, not like a personal private pool, but a shared pool in the complex.
and I'm in a fairly Tico-style 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with no pool, directly right across from the beach, and I pay $450, which is a steal of a deal. I cannot find anything similar, and I've been there over 3 years now, and I'm quite comfortable and happy there. We both have AC, hot water, everything we need.
Yeah. What is it? What do you eat? Oh, that's it. Lots of fruit and vegetables, because you can buy them at the fruit stand, and you can get 2 big bags for, I don't know, under $10 if you're shopping at just a fruit market, a fruit stand sort of thing. And there's so many fruits here, right? Yeah. Start the day with a smoothie.
Yeah. Lots of regular foods too. I mean, most of the things that you would make back home you can probably find here. There's lots of nicer big grocery stores with air conditioning, or there's little tiny corner stores that don't have air conditioning and have just the basics.
Yeah.
So lots of rice and beans as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, yeah, like she said, you can find anything really now that you want. You're just going to pay a little bit more because it's been imported. So if you want to continue eating the way you're used to, it's definitely possible. You just you're going to pay the price for that if you try to eat more like they do.
You can go out to a touristy restaurant and pay, anywhere from $15 to $35 for a meal, maybe even more for a lobster or something like that. Or you can go to a typical soda and pay as low as 2,500 colones, which is just under $5. It's a big plate, big meal with a drink even. So it really varies.
Oh, I lost mine. And we do keep talking about AC, and why is that? Because yes, it is. Well, where we are, it is always hot. That's what the question is. Is it always hot? Yeah, on the coast, it's always hot. It doesn't cool down at night like you would think. Like you think of summers back home in Canada where it cools down, you wear a sweater at night. It doesn't do that. Yeah, but the sun does go down at 6.
Yeah, year round it varies about hour sunset.
So you do get that
closer to the equator,
relief, right?
But definitely AC at night.
Need AC to
sleep.
Some of us, lots of us. What's the COVID situation there? Maybe let's save that. Should we save that for another time?
We might save that for a whole nother video.
It's pretty much the same. I think the rules are across the board, kind of worldwide, as far as the rules that are being followed. I mean, masks in public, take them off in a restaurant, limited social gatherings. I think it might be 10. There's even a little driving restriction here just to limit how much travel goes on, I guess.
I think they just ended that.
That might have just ended though. So the travel restrictions are actually gone because cases have been dropping really steadily here. So they've taken off a lot of that. All right. Do they have earthquakes?
Yes, they do.
Yes,
I've experienced a small one.
Me too. And I thought it was somebody. I was in bed, and I thought it felt like somebody just sort of shook the bed, and I thought it was a ghost at first. I was staying with Chantel, and I told her about it, and she was like, "No, that was an earthquake." And I was like, "What? No way." It was.
There was a big one before I had moved here, actually 7.5 years ago. There was a big one just before that, but thank God we haven't experienced that. So, apparently they're due for another big one, but fingers crossed we won't feel a big one.
How do you stay so young looking with all the sun you get? Oh, I may have added that one. Hats, sunscreen, always, especially here, because I am really noticing, looking around and noticing that's where people are aging. People can really age by how much sun they get, especially on their chest. I think we protect our faces with hats and sunscreen and stuff. We protect that, but we're forgetting about our chest, and I think that we all need to remember our chest.
Sunscreen is needed anyway.
And are you ever coming home?
No.
Well, I mean,
Just to visit.
I would love to come home and it's just been made difficult with the COVID thing. You know, Canada doesn't really want people traveling there. They've made that very clear with their regulations and rules. But I mean, yeah, of course I want to come back. My family is there and my friends. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, I usually do every one in the summer. I go home to visit family and friends, but yeah, because of COVID, I didn't get to go last summer, which was a shame because the rest of the family hasn't met my baby yet, but hopefully next summer.
Yeah, we're hoping by this summer, you know, things will be different. So I think that's it. It's kind of a long video, but
send us some more questions and we'll see what we can do. And we've got a few ideas for some upcoming videos, so let us know what you think.
We're trying. It's very new to us. We're trying. Okay, ciao for now.
See you later.
Oops, I shouldn't have sat up so early.